So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Dead Women in Lingerie. I like this one, but I was too crazy about it. Giving it 3 out of 5 stars, which is higher rating than IMDb, where it gets a 4.1 out of 10, only 184 ratings. This one is super obscure. 1 hour, 26 minutes, rated R, 1991. A crime thriller. A private detective is hired to catch a serial killer who makes immigrant garment workers his victims. The guy happens to be an INS agent. I like the government corruption angle, but you could tell the person behind this, I don't know if it was the director, Erica Fox, or whoever. They're into leftist politics. They make fun of Leave It to Beaver Eddie, Ken Osmond, who says that at the dinner table that women should be doing housework and they shouldn't be complaining about abortion. And then June Lockhart. June Lockhart scolds him like she wants to put a gun to his head or something. Lost in Space and Lassie. June Lockhart. And then at the end of the rolling credits, it talks about workers' rights and immigration from Latin countries, primarily Guatemala, where family members are getting killed and they're being sheltered by the Catholic Church. I might have to find shelter soon. Supposedly the owner is coming on Tuesday to finalize the sale of the house. I don't know what that means, but I'm not signing any papers to move out of here. So I don't know how they're going to sell the house. If the new owners are going to try to kick me out, but anyways, Karate Man's in the chat room. What's up, Karate Man? I lied in my last video. I said I wasn't getting any Karate Man recommendations from Netflix next. Actually, I'm getting the Jeff Speakman movie next week. I'll tell you what's coming down the pike for the next 2 weeks, because it's all Karate Man stuff. If I could pull up Netflix. No British Crumpet Man in the chat room today because I did my review. My first review in the afternoon, not in the morning. When British Crumpet Man looks for my... Yeah, it's the perfect weapon. Good guess, Karate Man. Oh, man. Well, Netflix is loading. The tagline for this movie is, "These girls have a secret. that they'll never live to tell. Dennis Christopher has cited this as the worst movie he has ever made. Who's Dennis Christopher? Oh, he plays the immigration agent, Lapin. Dennis Christopher. Okay, this is the featured review on IMDb from Lore, dated June 11th, 2023. June 11th, 2023. That was like 13 days ago. It says, failed social protest posing as an exploitation movie. Good description. My review was written in October 1990 after watching the film on Monarch video cassette. I watched it on DVD. I forget who was on the DVD. I'm having a problem loading my Netflix queue. Sorry about that, Karate Man. I'm going to try to stay on the Netflix page. I should have done a split screen, but I forgot how to do it. I know there's a trick where I can have my Netflix DVD page loading while I'm reading off the Dead Women in Lingerie IMDb page. Oh, there it goes. See what happens when I'm patient? All right, so next week I'm getting The Dead Zone, 1983, Cannibal Apocalypse, 1980, Deep Cover, 1992. But then the week after that, I'm getting The Perfect Weapon, 1991, American Kickboxer 2, 1993, and Kickboxer Vengeance, 2016. Those are all Karate Man recommendations, and I'll be getting those in 2 weeks. Then week 3, I'm getting Kickboxer Retaliation, 2018. And one movie that I picked, Defending Your Life, 1991, and then Demons 2, 1986, which is an Adrian recommendation. Yeah, The Perfect Weapon is coming in 2 weeks, followed by American Kickboxer 2, Kickboxer Vengeance, and Kickboxer Retaliation, week 3. So there you go, Karate Man. The colorful exploitation moniker Dead Women in Lingerie fronts for a social protest film about mistreated immigrant garment workers. Direct-to-video release will disappoint thrill seekers. Filmmaker Erica Fox signals her intentions pretentiously with opening credit cards, reminding the viewer about the 1987 Immigration Reform Act that allowed illegal aliens to register while subjecting employers to prosecution if they didn't follow the rules. Akin to the Pacific Heights stretching of a tenant law technicality into thriller fodder, Dead Women is about a serial killer of Latino garment workers in LA. Payoff has militant overtones. It turns out to be no surprise the sadistic immigration and naturalization service agent blackmailing and preying on the defenseless women. Pick could have used more of the sleaze elements promised it by its title. True. I was expecting more sleaze in this one, but I only got Marna Tierney's pink nipples during a steamy dry hump scene with her private investigator boyfriend. As Fox, construction is haphazard, notably in a bungle final reel jump cut from a showdown at gunpoint to an off-camera car backfiring like a gunshot. Yeah, I was confused by the ending. Plot gimmick. I thought her boyfriend got beat over the head by immigration serial killer. And then she was being choked to death. And then one of the migrant garment workers was like watching it happen. And then all of a sudden, the scene completely changed. And I couldn't figure out what happened. It was like the the serial killer guy was just on the bed, and the lady and her boyfriend were just standing there with a gun in their hand, and the lights turn on, and the guy's busted somehow. I couldn't follow what was happening. It was like sloppy editing. Plot gimmick that the garment workers who double as models get to take home their fancy lingerie so the killer can murder them in style is ridiculous. Acting here by feisty Mara Turney. She's hot. She's the reason to watch. She looks like Linda Hamilton. I used to have a crush on Linda Hamilton during the when I first rented the Terminator at Blockbuster on VHS. I had a crush on Linda Hamilton. It's one of the first rated R movies that I went for when I was 18. I could finally watch rated R movies. If I wanted to watch rated R movies when I was a teenager, I had to either go to the movie theater with friends' parents, or go to a friend's house and watch HBO or something. The Perfect Weapon, 1991, one of the greatest and most underrated martial arts action movies ever. Always has been my favorite Jeff Speakman movie. His best two. That was supposed to be his big movie. I guess it didn't turn him into the next Jean-Claude Van Damme. I like that 70s guy. Who was that guy? The guy before Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was pretty kick-ass in that movie that I just reviewed. What was that? Account. If I click on account, I can go down to history somewhere. Oh, DVD rental activity. Here we go. Man, this is taking forever to load. Oh, here we go. History. Well, nothing's popping up. It's just blank screen. If I go to YouTube, unfortunately, Paramount screwed him over because of contractual issues, which is a shame. He definitely had charisma, great martial arts. Then later his career went direct to video. It was sort of like John Ritter after Three's Company and Problem Child started doing direct to video. We like direct to video on this channel, right, Karate Man? But Karate Man thinks that if you play it once on the movie screen and then it goes to video, that makes it direct to video. I don't know. All right. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on YouTube Studio. So basically, the only reason to watch this one is the main actress does a little nipple slip, which didn't happen in Death Becomes Her, because they cut that scene out with the lady from Blue Velvet. Had a nipple slip in one of the episodes, and they totally cut the scene out, according to some expert who's in love with that movie. Dang it. I had YouTube Studio up, and then it just disappeared, turned white. I don't know what's going on with my computer here, but I'll try to reload it and see what happens. Direct-to-video action movies from the 90s are some of the best. Yeah, especially the Don the Dragon Wilson ones. 2000s has some decent ones. Okay. Come on. There it goes. Channel violations. I got a warning and my appeal was rejected. Well, maybe if I go to playlists, I can see. We'll click on. How did I get 201 videos on my Cult Movies 11 playlist? Well, I guess it's time for Cult Movies 12 playlist. Death Promise, starring Charles Bonnet. Karate Man. I bet you Karate Man never heard of Charles Bonnet, the 1970s karate expert. Street Night, 1993, with Jeff Speakman. Only got a limited theatrical release in LA, but worldwide it went direct to video. Canon was going bankrupt, which was the reason. I see. So if it screens in one country and it goes direct to video in other countries, that makes it direct to video, according to Karate Man. That makes more sense to me now. But okay. I don't understand this. Anyways, Street Night. Is that on Netflix? Do I have it on my queue? Street Night? Doesn't ring a bell. Did I review that? Karate Man would know if I've reviewed it before. He knows all of his recommendations that I've reviewed. He's got it stored in his brain. Oh, I did review that one. Thank you, Karate Man. Save me time of looking it up. You have better memory than I do, for sure. All right. Bernie Casey. Still doesn't ring a bell. All right, I'm going to watch Death Collector. 1988. An hour 32 minutes. And that'll probably be my first review tomorrow because it's kind of getting late. Christopher Name is the main villain. Still doesn't ring a bell. I review so many movies that I forget most of them. I'm not saying Jeff Speakman is a bad actor or anything, or his movies are forgettable. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget Jean-Claude Van Damme movies like Bloodsport. I don't remember anything about the movie other than Jean-Claude Van Damme was pretty bloody at the end, but he still won, of course. He's got superhuman strength, that Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh, Adrian's in the chat room. We got 2 Australian mates in the chat room. Cool. Well, Adrian saw Bloodsport in high school. I didn't watch it until... When did I watch Bloodsport? It must have been after 2004. When did I watch Cyborg? I like Cyborg. Adrian says he hardly went to school, as you can tell. Well, that's a good thing. You probably learned more outside of school than you did inside. I know I did. My son, too. He knows more about Catholic religion from watching YouTube than anything they teach in school, because they don't teach Catholic religion in public school. Death Warrant he produced. Oh, okay. Kickboxer. Death Warrant. Well, let's see. All right. Here we go. Bloodsport. Huh? Bloodsport I saw on June 1st, 2015. Cyborg Cop. Come on. Why so slow? Cyborg Cop I saw on April 1st, 2023. Cyborg Cop 2, or no, I'm thinking of David Bradley. Cyborg 1989 with Jean-Claude Van Damme, I watched on July 4th, 2015. So I watched Bloodsport and Cyborg like within 4 days of each other in 2015. Bloodsport and Death Warrant. I gotta look those up now because I don't remember Death Warrant. Is that the one that's come up on my Netflix queue? No, The Perfect Weapon is coming up on my Netflix queue. Kickboxer, I reviewed. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Death Warrant is not on Netflix. I have Bloodsport 4 on my Netflix queue, but I don't know what about the Bloodsport 2 and Bloodsport 3, or if there are any more Bloodsports after Bloodsport 4. But oh. Adrian says, I bought Bloodsport 2 in a salvo store at $2. All right. So let's look up Death Warrant and the other two Bloodsports on YouTube. Death Warrant, 1990, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I see trailers. Full movie free? I don't think so. Death Warrant is not on YouTube. Death Warrant home movie. Maybe it is on YouTube. An hour and 29 minutes? Well, I'll add Death Warrant to my list. I don't know if it's got funky dubbing or... Oh, Bloodsport 2 is on YouTube. Cool. You recommended Death Warrant years ago, but it wasn't on YouTube years ago. Bloodsport 2, we'll add FM Entertainment International. What about Bloodsport 3? Bloodsport 3, full movie. I'll add that. All right, so I added Death Warrant, Bloodsport 2, and Bloodsport 3. Oh, I reviewed Bloodsport 2 and Bloodsport 3. That's right. Back in 2019. All right. So I'm just going to watch Death Warrant, assuming that it's still... that it's watchable. I'm going to go back and see if it's in English. Death Warrant. All right. So Karate Man's down to one recommendation, Death Warrant. I think his well is going dry. You can't think of any 70s movies for me to review. It's all 90s stuff now. I watch so many movies, yeah. Way more than Rambo Raft for Life. Sometimes when I do a movie review like that 70s karate movie, and then I do a query on YouTube, I see Rambo Raft for Life did the same review that I did. I wonder who has more action movie reviews on YouTube, me or Rambo Raft for Life? I've probably got 1,000 at least. Plus, I review everything else prior to 1995 and some French extremity films from later on. All right, so Bloodsport 2, I'm going to take off my list, remove, and Bloodsport 3, I'm going to remove. And then I'm going to click on Death Warrant, see if it's clickbait or some funky language that I can't understand. That happens a lot on YouTube. It says "free," then you click on it, and it's just a blank screen. Okay. See how long it takes to go down my list? It's just ridiculous. That's why I don't mention all the movies on my list anymore. I only go five down now. All right, here we go. Bloodsport 3. I'm removing that. I should have noticed that when I looked up Bloodsport. FM Entertainment again. Blood Fist, I reviewed all of them, all 8 of them. Yeah, I remember the Cat Sassoon ones. The 2 Cat Sassoon ones, she gets naked in one of them. Oh my God. She was good in that Cat Sassoon. She played a lesbian in Dance with Death. Remember Dance with Death? That crazy movie poster. Oh my. That crazy disc. Dance with Death. The thriller, erotic thriller. They couldn't afford Gene Simmons' wife, so they hired Cat Sassoon instead to play lesbian. Oh man, Dance with Death. What a killer movie that was. So many nude scenes in that one. Holy cow. Yeah, we like this disc right here. The Story of O, Part 2. Check out that movie poster. I know I reviewed The Sexual Story. Oh, I think that's what it's called. Who directed The Sexual Story of O? Was it Jess Franco? That movie was bizarre, man. The Sexual Story of O. $1984. I love that flick. Directed by Jess Franco. It's part of the Jess Franco collection 2. I'm going to have to look up Jerry Orbach is very recognizable. Yeah, he was in the Sentinel. And then he played a bunch of television shows like Law and Order or whatever. My grandmother used to like Law and Order. I think he was in that show. I can't remember. The Story of O, Part 2. Looks like some lesbian foo. I don't think that one's on YouTube or Netflix, but I can double check. Hitchhike is on YouTube. History de O, 1975. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on YouTube. The Story of O Part 2. Adrian probably recommended it a bunch of times, but it's never been up on YouTube this whole time. Under Siege 2 train? I don't remember. Probably Karate Man remembers. Oh, Karate Man is asking. Under Siege 2 is one of my favorites, especially the first one. Yeah. Story of O Part 2 is not on Netflix. Under Siege 2. Oh, I misspelled Siege. Is that the... Under Siege sounds familiar. I probably hated the first one with Steven Seagal. I thought I reviewed that one, but maybe not. Anyways, nice chatting with you, Adrian. I'll look up Under Siege 2, see if I can find it on YouTube later.